Al, we are in the lull period for some video games, kind of. I mean, you've been playing stuff. I'm waiting to be able to play stuff, and then you have another game you're going to be playing here very shortly. But
Gremlin mode.
in the meantime, it's kind of just like we're in a lull period of like, we need things to talk about. So we're going to go back to the past. We're going to do some reflecting on ourselves and on the video game industry, I guess, as a whole.
Woo!
So hello, welcome to this week's episode of the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. It's a podcast where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello.
This is episode number 292, and we're going to go back in time and talk about how we thought about video games in the moment and how those opinions or thoughts have changed in the years since then.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, howdy, I believe it's gonna be a lot of changing.
Yeah.
Especially some of these early ones on my part, for sure.
Yeah, you've got 3 years ahead of me, so.
I do have 3 years ahead of you. That's true. Because I started doing reviews and lists on like Tumblr back in 2012, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I ever did like a game of the year of 2012. I could look that real quick. I don't have it on my computer, which I guess that would be the case. I don't remember. When did I get my computer? 2012. I would probably have one then if that was the case. But most of the time I was doing stuff like that. I was doing it on Tumblr before transition to the site and everything. So all that stuff is there in some form or capacity. So I don't know if I did one for 2012. Doesn't look like it.
Then we're going to start with 2013.
And we're gonna start with 2013, which was a year.
Mm-hmm.
It for sure was a year.
I started my PhD that year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of these is the one I need? This one. All right. Jared's 2013 Game of the Year list was also a very weird one because I don't know how many games I played in 2013. I don't have that list.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly just like here's just the 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
So starting off, we have at number 10, Attack of the Friday Monsters: A Tokyo Tale, which was a very small 3DS indie game that I played probably like 2 or 3 days before the list came out. And I was like, this was all right. I'll put it on the list.
Nice.
I don't know if that would be there looking back now. I'm going to look through some of these games afterwards of like 2013 games that like, I might have played in the years since then that I would put on this list essentially like that. Number 9, Shin Megami Tensei 4.
Okay.
It's a very hard game.
Very hard.
Yeah. Number 8, Papers, Please.
Okay.
It's a good game. Number 7 is a weird one because I didn't beat this game.
Oh.
The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
I mean, that was a really good video game.
Yeah, it was fun. I just never beat it, but it ended up on this list somehow.
Because it was a good game.
Yeah, I didn't care enough, I guess, back then to be like a stickler for like, I gotta beat these games to put them on the list. I was really struggling to put things on here. I was like, okay, let's put this on here.
I mean, considering that you put a game that you just beat on there, I think you're probably struggling to find games.
Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely probably wasn't tracking stuff in the way that we do now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 23-year-old Jared was a little bit of a loose cannon.
Loose cannon.
Number 6, The Stanley Parable.
Okay.
It's just got like a re-release this year. Number 5, Saints Row 4. Which is a good game.
Yep.
Number 4, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Which is the game the dude who made It Takes Two and A Way Out made before those games.
Yes, correct.
Number 3, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, which is not a good game. I mean, it's a good game. It's not a good Ace Attorney game.
Right.
And I'm like, the opening part of this paragraph is like, man, I've seen a lot of people say this is the worst of the series. And it's like, buddy, you were off base here. Don't worry. And speaking of being off base.
Oh, no.
Number 2, BioShock Infinite.
Ooh.
Oofa doofa.
That has not aged well.
No, definitely not.
Oh, boy.
And then number 1 is Gone Home.
Okay. I could see that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I definitely probably would not put BioShock Infinite nowhere close to this list if I was redoing it today.
I think that especially with the information that we have in general life now,
Mhm.
like it just comes across as really
Bad.
bad.
It is centrism the game.
Yes, it is. And it's very upsetting when you like look at it. When you look back at it, you're like,
Totally.
no.
I'm already going to say one thing here that I don't know how this didn't make the list because it was a great game.
Okay.
One game that came out in 2013, a little game called Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Yeah, how did that not make your list?
Good question, because I have no idea.
Hmm.
Again, I think this might be a thing. I literally mentioned it in there talking about it, and then didn't put it on the list, and I do not know why. Could not
Wow.
tell you.
I'm very shocked.
Yeah, that's a bit of a
Would you
that's a bit of a head scratcher.
would you swap out Infinite and put that in there?
Probably, yeah, most definitely. That would definitely fit in there at some point.
Nice.
Let's see if there's anything else on here that would potentially make the list, or at least something that like I played afterwards and was like, yeah, this was good. That
I'm
was a
looking at
fun
it too.
game. Um, there's a lot of games that came out in 2013. That's the problem.
Hmm.
Oh, Resident Evil Revelations.
Woo! But not the original version.
No, that's the original.
I thought Revelations was on the 3DS originally.
Oh, I guess this is the re-release on consoles. So I guess you would be right. Animal Crossing New Leaf came out in 2013, and I didn't put it on there.
Hmm.
Oh no, it came out in 2012. Look, Wikipedia is weird.
Yes.
Don't ask me.
Yes.
Don't ask me things. Because I don't know things.
The Last of Us came out that year and it's still coming out.
Yeah, so that's not. You're not wrong.
Ugh.
I don't know what I was going to say. That's not true, but that's very true.
It's very true. Very, very true.
It's very true.
Oof.
This is still the time I think when like a lot of games didn't come out in summer, and it's like you have to wait till the back half of the year to like, all right, games are coming out again.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14 came out this year.
Ooh, Dynasty Warriors 8. That probably would have been on my list.
I mean, yes, that is true. You are the Dynasty Warriors fan here.
It's so good. Well, it was
for sure.
It was good.
Wind Waker HD came out this year.
Oh, that was a great game.
Yeah.
Great game.
I would put that on there.
Because it's fantastic and you should.
Yeah, that game's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good game is good.
Good game is good. And they made so many quality of life improvements on that like, yes. Heck yes.
I probably would have put like Pokemon X and Y on there.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't. I think probably the biggest notable like exception on this list that came out this year is like GTA 5, but like I don't like GTA 5 as a game. I mean, I like it as a gameplay. The story sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really. Ooh,
It ain't
DuckTales
good.
Remastered came out that year. That was such a fun game.
You know what they say? Woohoo.
Ooh.
That's what they say about that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think there would definitely be like a few things that would obviously get chucked out the door and thrown in here and said, all right, this was the big console year launch. Like PS4 and Xbox One came out this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of just like, here's all these games.
Woo.
So yeah, I think that's kind of going to be the gist of that. Unless something sneaks in December, but I doubt it's going to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that
still
seems
looking.
about right. But yeah, 2013 me was in a very weird place, clearly.
I mean, to be fair, I probably would have put Infinite on there too at that time.
We just didn't know any better.
Right. But like playing it now and looking at it now, I'm like, nope. No, 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 no,
Mm.
no.
2014, I actually did write down things.
Okay.
So I am a little bit ahead of the game, or ahead of the curve, I should say, on that front.
Okay.
My top 10 games of 2014 are at number 10, Bravely Default.
Okay.
Number 9, Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton.
Oh, that game ruled.
That game was fun. Number 8, Far Cry 4. Number 7, Threes. Number 6, Diablo 3, specifically the console port.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Number 4, Danganronpa 2.
Ooh.
Number 3, Persona Q.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Number 2, Fantasy Life. And number 1, Shovel Knight.
Okay. What of that would you throw out besides the
PQ probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh honestly, maybe just that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all the rest of these games, I'm like, yeah, these are still really good.
Yeah, they still hold up.
They still hold up really well. I'm looking back through the stuff I played back then in the time
Mm-hmm.
and trying to see if anything that would go in there that I didn't put in there. I mean, Final Fantasy X 10-2 HD remaster came out this year.
Oh, that was really good. Oh, the iOS version of 999 came out that year. Woo!
Oh, dang. Why didn't I put that there?
Because you didn't play it then.
It's true. I don't know. I don't remember when I played that.
I don't know. It was when I made you.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the only thing I would put in here that that of stuff I played that
Mhm.
isn't in here is EA Sports. No, it's not. That's the UFC game. I thought it was EA MMA. UFC game was okay. So yeah, maybe nothing that I had played. Let's take a look at stuff that came out this year that could have went in here. 2014 is when Fez came out, but I never beat that game. I know you liked it.
Mhm.
Bayonetta 2
Bayonetta
could
2
easily go in there.
very good.
The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2
Ooh.
is a pretty darn good video game
That's
that I had not played at that time. So
Ooh. Yeah, I mean that definitely would have made any list for me.
yeah, that's a no brainer. Danganronpa 1 came out this year. I think I basically made a choice between that and 2 of like I didn't want to put both of them on the list for whatever reason.
Should just put both.
I guess because I played that game originally like a year or two prior, so
Oh, okay. So you didn't technically count it.
yeah. I'm guessing well, at least that's what I'm guessing was my reasoning
Your
behind that.
rationale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 999 iOS.
Very good.
That was the thing, correct.
It was a version that you really liked because you didn't have to do the puzzles.
Yep, it's true. It's the best version of that game. I definitely will concede that is not true, but it's always very funny to say that
It's like saying that
because it gets you riled up.
Hyrule Warriors 3DS is the best version of that game.
I mean that's not even a joke. That is the truth. That is objectively true.
Mm.
You can't deny that.
I can actively deny that. Yes.
You didn't play it though, so I don't think you understand just how perfect that game was.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh man. Mario Kart 8 came out in 2014.
Whoa, that's a great video game.
But I think the Switch version is better because it comes with everything.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So that's the one to play, but that is still a very good video game.
Wait, Wolfenstein came out that year?
Like the reboot?
New Order.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't realize that.
I don't think I played it then though.
No, but in retrospect, do you think it would have made it, or do you think it was just good?
I don't know if I ever actually played through all of that game.
Well, never mind then.
So I don't know if it would have made it regardless.
That's fair.
Let's see if there's anything else on here that could have made the list. But yeah, I think out of the ones we've seen so far, 2014 is it's pretty okay. Like there probably would have been some shuffling around on there, in retrospect, but like I am totally okay with the majority of those games on there.
Yeah.
Theatrhythm.
Theatrhythm.
Okay, I would have put Theatrhythm on there.
Okay.
Theatrhythm's good. That would have been another one in contention for the game of the year, but I don't think I got it until like much later.
Right.
I mean, what about Smash Brothers for 3DS? Can we have a conversation about that?
It's bad.
It's really bad.
It's really bad. It should never have existed.
It's so bad.
Never should have existed.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ay.
Hyrule Warriors Wii U. That was a really good video game. Oh,
I hear that is the case.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
Yeah, that's a game.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Sure is a video game.
Sure is a video
Gameplay
game.
was really good.
It yes, 100%.
Yep.
It's just that story's not that great.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think there may be like a couple of things I would put in there, but overall I'm pretty okay with 2014.
Nice. Good job.
All right, let's move to 2015, which was the first seasonal anime checkup version.
Ooh.
Let's see what we have here at coming in at number 10. Contradiction Spot the Liar is a fantastic FMV game, and it's so dumb and good.
Nice.
Can't complain about that. Number 9, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. I think that's a perfect spot for that game.
Okay.
The story in that game sucks, but God, that gameplay is just amazing. Number 8, Undertale.
Ugh.
Number 7 is Sybil, which is an indie game about beating someone through an MMO. Number 6, Rocket League. Before they put it out for free to play.
Right.
Way before. Number 5, Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
Nice.
Number 4, Splatoon. Splatoon 1. Number 3, Bloodborne. Number 2, Life is Strange. And number 1, Super Mario Maker.
Apparently Majora's Mask 3D came out that year. Ooh.
That's a good one.
It's a really good one.
Again, I don't really have a whole lot of complaints here. I think this top 5 is very solid.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Very solid.
I completely agree.
Let's see if there's anything else like we've been doing. If there's anything that would,
A glaring omission.
if there's anything that I haven't got to at that time, or just, what the case is. Of course, Duke Nukem 3D.
Yep.
You know it.
Yep. Woo.
Oh man. I don't have my list of like games that I played, so I don't have that or anything, but
Xenoblade Chronicles 3D came out that year.
what about Resident Evil Revelations 2?
Oh, you mean Claire's a the game?
Point the game.
Point. Creepy pointing child.
I'm pointing.
Point. Throw a brick.
I'm glad we at least made fun in that game. Our own version of fun.
We made it
I mean,
fun.
of course, Forza Horizon 2 Presents the Fast and Furious came out this year.
Oh boy. Ow.
Don't injure yourself thinking about the Fast and Furious. Xenoblade Chronicles 3D.
That's what it said.
I guess you did say that. I must have just interpreted it as something else entirely. And I don't know why.
I definitely love that game.
You do love that game.
Love that game.
Big fan of that game is Al, for sure.
Ooh, Risky's Revenge came out. It was very weird for a bit seeing like the console platforms. Like Ouya was one of the ones that was releasing for a bit. I was like, what?
Oh, right.
I forgot Ouya existed.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's like, whoa.
Oof.
That sure was a thing. Oh, Hatful Boyfriend came out that year?
Ooh, that would have been a good one.
For PS4 and PS Vita, but still.
True, yeah.
Dang.
Garfield Kart.
Oh, man.
On 3DS. Let's go.
Man, beautiful, beautiful. Game of the year right there.
Game of the year. Let's go.
Oh, boy.
Steins Gate came out this year for the first time in English.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Until Dawn. Until Dawn, I think, is a supplementary award for me, but I didn't put it in the top 10.
Okay.
Ultra Despair Girls, but I don't know if I would actually put that in the top 10.
Steins Gate would have made my list.
Yeah.
If I had made a list.
Maybe there's an unknown list somewhere that you just don't remember. It's a mysterious. Rock Band 4 came out this year.
Whoa.
But I don't remember. Rock Band 4 also might have launched in a weird spot.
Yeah.
So maybe that was why. But, like, that game's still coming. And it don't stop coming.
Dancing All Night. So, ooh, Code Realize.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
That would have made my list.
That's a good one, for sure.
It's a really good one. I mean, how else would you hear the story of a wealthy landowner?
It's true. What about The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes?
That game was not good.
Trails in the Sky, second chapter?
For PC? Yeah, that was good.
That was indeed a game.
It was a game. It still is a game.
It's true.
I wish I could transfer my Vita save files to my PC, but I cannot.
Xenoblade Chronicles X was this year, but I don't think I beat that in time to even consider it for Game of the Year. I also didn't even beat that in general, let's be real.
You heard my story about Xenoblade Chronicles X, right? Yeah, like I couldn't beat the final boss. It's like, well, you can't level up anymore anyway. I'm like, oh, great, thank you.
Ooh, I think a game on here that could definitely have made the list if I had made time to finish it.
Yakuza 5?
2015. Yakuza 5. That's for true.
Yakuza 5. Woo!
Yeah, that's a good game.
I saw that as soon as you started saying it. I was like, that's got to be it. Ooh.
All right, let's move to 2016. When did you start in 2016?
2016 is when I start.
All right, you want to go ahead? I need to find my list anyway, so.
Okay. Let's see. My list. As you're aware, I do the odd numbers.
You do.
So my list for 2016 started with number 7, Odin Sphere. I can never pronounce the subtitle.
Luftbrowser? No, it's not Luftbrowser.
It is. That's how it sounds or is spelled. But anyway, that's it.
Yes.
I played it on the Vita. Shantae Half Genie Hero is number 6. Number 5, Fire Emblem Fates. That would not be there anymore. Oh my god, that would not be there anymore. Number 4, Mystic Messenger. I still would probably put that on there just because that's what really got me into Otome.
Influential game, for sure. And it's definitely an influential game in terms of like just introducing, I think, a lot of English-speaking players to Otome games in general.
Yes, I agree.
Well, not like in general, I should say, but to a broader audience. It way had been ever before.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Number 3, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. That game rules. So I'm surprised it's number 3, but I saw the rest of this list. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Number 2 is Zero Time Dilemma.
Okay.
And then number 1 is Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE.
Yeah, can't complain with that.
Nope. I was like, all right, that tracks. I was like, why is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney so low?
I mean, though, I might put that above Zero Time Dilemma if I was you.
I would now.
Yeah.
I didn't.
In hindsight.
In hindsight, it would have been Tokyo Mirage Sessions 1, and then I would put Spirit of Justice as number 2. Yeah. Zero Time is 3. Like I said, Fates would be entirely out. I probably, depending on what I'd played, Half Genie Hero might not have made it.
Yeah.
And Odin Sphere was so good, but it was also a re-release. So I'm not sure what else came out that year and what else I played that year. But like, we can look at stuff of like what you played and what came out that year and see like what might I have slotted in instead.
Yeah, totally. Well, I got onto the putting Zero Time Dilemma lower list back in 2016 because I put it in at number 10.
Whoa, that's
so
low.
That is low, but like we both agree it's not the best of the Zero Escape game. It's perhaps the worst, let's say.
It is the weakest of the 3, yes.
Yes,
easily.
But it's still a very good game.
It is a very good game. It is the weakest of the 3, though. You're right.
Number 9, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I still think that game is real fun.
I remember that game. You talked about it.
Yeah. Number 8, Pokemon Moon.
Okay.
Number 7, Firewatch.
Okay.
Which is real good. Number 6, Doom.
Nice. Yeah.
Doom 2016.
Doom 2016 would have absolutely made my list if I'd played it in 2016.
I should replay Doom 2016 at some point.
I would also like to replay Doom 2016 at some point.
Number 5, Hitman.
Okay, that tracks for you.
Number 4, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE.
How is it so low?
All right. Number 3, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice.
Okay.
Number 2, Overwatch.
Ooh.
I mean, I was playing a lot of that game in 2016.
You were.
I don't even think that game makes the list now. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And then number 1, Stardew Valley.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that makes a whole lot of sense. I think if we redo this list, Doom goes up, Hitman goes up, Tokyo Mirage Sessions goes up, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney goes up, Stardew Valley might go down. But it's still like 5 really good games.
Right.
2016, of course, as well. Let's see what else came out this year. This was the Pokemon Go year.
Oh, right. Pokemon Go to the polls.
That took over just everything.
Right.
Resident Evil 0 came out on modern consoles.
Yakuza Kiwami came out that year?
That was a Japanese release.
Oh, Japanese release. Okay. It's like, whoa.
Look, at Kiwami comes out here after Yakuza 0, so.
Okay, that tracks.
Was not out here quite yet.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 9 on mobile devices was this year.
That one was a nice cleaned up version of it. That was good.
Project Cross Zone 2 for just all the weirdness of that game. There's a lot of just good dumb stuff in that video game. They should make another one of those. I really wish they would. But they probably are never going to.
No.
Twilight Princess HD was this year.
They didn't do enough to that to make it like.
Yeah. Make it decent or memorable.
Just they didn't do as much as like Wind Waker HD, which made it so much better.
But they also had to do a lot more to Wind Waker, I think.
They did. You're right.
But I think they probably also just made Wind Waker just a better version of that game. Hyrule Warriors Legends for 3DS, baby.
Woo!
Number 1 game of 2016. Let's go.
Yay!
God.
Yay!
What a video game.
Sure is a video game.
What a video game.
Ooh, Hyper Light Drifter came out that year?
That's a good one.
That's a good game. That probably made my list now.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let's see what else is there. Super hot. Super hot. Super hot's really good. What else we got here? Whole lot of stuff happening in the summer. By that I mean not a whole lot happening in summer.
Man, dude.
Mighty Number 9. Come on, let's go.
Oh boy.
Valhalla came out in 2016. That game's I've played through that game finally recently.
Really?
That game is good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Should I play it?
You should probably play it, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of interesting commentary in that game that is very relevant today for a game that came out in 2016.
Next time it goes on sale, I'll grab it. Remind me.
Resident Evil 5 came out on PS4 and Xbox. Just boo this game.
Ooh, Eyes of Heaven. Was that a Japanese only then?
I believe the B means that it is a US release.
Oh, okay.
So that would probably make a list.
Oh yeah, absolutely make a list.
Because that's a good game.
It's so good. It's so very good.
I misread Mobius Final Fantasy as Morbius Final Fantasy. And now I'm just like, what's happened to my brain? What is wrong with it?
Oh no, not your brain.
Brains be brainin'.
Yeah.
Trails of Cold Steel 2 came out for PS3 and Vita this year.
Ooh.
This was the US release of those, so.
That definitely would have been on my list. Definitely would have been on there.
Mm-hmm. I know, unsurprising that that's a very good video game, but hey, that's a very good video game, excuse me.
Very, very good video game. Very good.
Mafia 3 was 2016. I remember liking that game, but I don't think it's top 10 liking.
I didn't play it.
It's like, the Mafia games are obviously like, they're Mafia games, but this one takes place in like 60s New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a black protagonist.
Ooh, interesting.
So they deal with a lot of racist stuff, and also there's a scene where you can go to like a KKK meeting and just brutally murder all of them.
Oh,
It's pretty cool.
They probably deserve it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think they also do like a really cool like slowed down version of like Creedence Clearwater Revival song for like the as you're like driving into like the final mission.
Oh man.
Just like really good.
One of the times that a slowed down version isn't
Totally.
cheesy
Totally.
as heck.
No, it really works incredibly well.
Yeah, because a lot of times they're cheesy.
World of Final Fantasy.
I have thoughts about that game.
It's got that good song.
It does have that really good song. That one of my themes for PS4 is that because it's a really good song.
Yeah. Titanfall 2 was this year.
Root Letter came out that year?
Root Letter was this year.
Oh.
I believe both of those games were represented in my supplemental awards.
Root Letter was really good.
Root Letter was real good.
I like Root Film better though.
I do too. Can definitely agree with that. Steins Gate 0 was this year. Final Fantasy 15 was this year. Hoo boy.
Steins Gate 0 probably would have either made the list towards the end or been a supplementary for me.
I don't know if it would have made the list for me.
I mean, I had like Fire Emblem on there, so like
Gotta get something out of there.
yeah, I mean, like I could replace several things on here and be happy with it.
True. Let's move on to 2017. 2017 sure was a year.
Yeah, 2017 sucked real bad in terms of like life, but the video games are really good.
True. I'll go through my games first if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Number 10, Fire Pro Wrestling World, the revival of Fire Pro Wrestling. Still a really good game.
That tracks.
They've added a lot of stuff to that game post-launch and everything. Like move editors and like all that sort of stuff and a bunch of like actual wrestling DLC and everything, but like still just a really fun game even if you just want to like literally watch the CPU play. Still tracks. Number 9, Fire Emblem.
Okay.
Warriors.
Fire Emblem Warriors is on my list at number 5.
It's a good game.
It is a very good game.
Number 8, Tekken 7. Throw people into volcanoes.
Woo!
Number 7, Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Okay.
Number 6, Pyre.
Okay.
Number 5, Night in the Woods. Number 4, Tacoma. Number 3, Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey is number 2 on mine.
Number 2, Yakuza 0.
Ooh, that definitely would be on mine now.
And then number 1, Breath of the Wild.
Yep, that's my number 1 too.
Again, I don't know if I can find like something in here that's really like that just needs to go.
Egregiously out of place.
Yeah, let's just check out and see if there's anything in here that's like, man, this could definitely bump something.
Do you want to hear mine first, or?
Yes. I'm just gonna take a quick glance through some stuff real quick.
Number 7 for me was Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah, okay, right. That was a game.
I think that this one, number 6, could be replaced because it's a re-release, but the Zero Escape Nonary games for PS4.
Right,
I put it in there specifically because they upgraded 999 and I love that game.
Yeah.
5, like I said, Fire Emblem Warriors. Number 4, Color Across Malice.
Sure.
3, Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah,
2,
that makes sense.
Yep. 2, Super Mario Odyssey, and number 1, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that all tracks.
Yakuza 0 would definitely be on here, and it would probably
be very high.
It would probably be very high.
Yeah. That's a heck of a video game.
It's a heck of a video game.
Did you see the things? I mean, obviously, by the time this comes out, you will have already played this game. But did you see the things where IGN mentioned offhandedly in their Xenoblade Chronicles 3 review that they're like, oh, by the way, this game takes like 150 hours.
I did not see that, but I
believe it wholeheartedly.
I believe that. I'm prepared for it because I have definitely done that a lot before.
Yep.
Yep.
Here are some other games that came out in 2017.
Okay.
Danganronpa V3.
Fuck that game.
Resident Evil 7.
I can't play that game.
Well, until you play it with me,
Yeah.
with your buddy.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Heroes came out this year.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
The gotcha
The
game.
gotcha. Gotcha.
Hollow Knight.
Okay.
They're still waiting for the Silk Song. One day.
One day.
One day. And then, of course, this was the Switch year and everything. Nier Automata came out this year.
Okay.
Which a lot of people liked. Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh, boy.
Oh boy. Didn't Persona 5 come out that year?
Persona 5 also did come out this year. You're correct.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oof.
Ukulele.
Ah!
Puyo Puyo Tetris, which is a good game.
Normal reactions to video games, me yelling at
True.
it.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I mean, yeah.
It's a good game.
Very good.
The Caligula Effect. Not as good of a game.
Not as good of a game.
Trails in the Sky the Third for PC.
That is a good game.
Yes.
Wait, What Remains of Edith Finch? Was that already out? Or is this a re-release?
No, it's 2017.
Wow.
That game's all right.
That game has a really powerful moment in it.
Mm-hmm. That is true. There was another Fire Emblem game that came out in 2017. This was the re-release. It was a re-release of like one of the Famicom games.
Yeah.
For the 3DS.
3DS.
Oh, right. They re-released Street Fighter 2 as a new version in 2017. I completely forgot about that.
I also forgot about that.
That sure was a thing.
Wow.
Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood came out this year. Also might be the weakest expansion of the series, but that is debatable. Tokyo Xanadu.
Oh, Tokyo Xanadu would definitely be on.
But that's
my
the Vita
list.
version. I don't know if EX Plus comes out in 2017 or
okay,
not.
EX Plus it's one of my supplementary awards. So
okay.
It not in this one, but in another year. So it would definitely make it on that year. Whatever year it was. Whenever we get there. I don't know what it was.
Call Across Mountains we've already mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Or you mentioned, I should say.
I sure did.
You sure did. Big mentioner over here.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta make the mentions.
Yakuza Kiwami comes out this year as well, but
okay.
like I don't think that makes the list.
I mean, 0 came out.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
That is the good one.
So good. I mean, Kiwami's not bad, but like 0.
Yeah, compared to 0, it's like night and day. Doki Doki Literature Club.
That game's decent. I don't know that it would have made my list.
Have you heard of this game called Fortnite?
I have experienced the Fortnite for official now.
You definitely have. Cuphead came out this year as well.
Okay.
What else we got here? What else? Some more video games. Yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors, obviously. We already mentioned that. Wolfenstein 2.
Okay.
It's a good game. Good stuff in that game. I don't know if there's anything else that would have really jumped out.
God, that year was good in terms of video games. Like the year itself sucked, but the video games that year,
pretty good.
Very, very good. Very
let's
good.
All right, let's transition to 2018.
2018. Okay.
4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. Let's be real.
My goodness, this year is a kind of a weird year in terms of my list.
Yeah, Tokyo Xanadu is also on mine.
Yeah,
the supplemental.
Mine is game that would have been my game of the year if it came out a month later.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh boy, there's definitely some 2 games in this that we're going to talk about later, but oh boy.
Yeah, I've got a really interesting list here that I'm not sure what I think about. Well, hit me with your list. Okay, number 7, Scarlet.
Okay.
Which is still one of my favorite Otome games, so I think it probably would have gone higher now in retrospect.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's definitely a big Otome or a big Al Otome game.
I love that game. So it definitely would have gone up. Number 6, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition.
Yeah. Is Seven Scarlet the one that's basically World End Syndrome, but
Yes.
gender swapped? Okay.
Yes, that is it. Um, Number 5, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle.
Yeah, that's a good game.
That is a very good game. Number 4, you're not going to be surprised by this. Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology.
Yeah, that is not a surprise.
My screenshot for that is, if you will excuse me, I must go set my own city on fire. Number 3, Code Realize Future Blessings.
Okay.
Number 2, Persona 3 Dancing Moon Knight
Yeah.
/ Dancing in Moonlight. And number 1, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna the Golden Country.
That's a really good game.
It's a really good game.
It's really good.
Really
play
good.
with that.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I don't know. I think that seems solid to me.
I feel like I would have switched Seven Scarlet and Code Realize Future Blessings.
Yeah, I think that's
in retrospect.
But I think
like
as a list, like
pretty good list.
I don't really find any faults there.
No, I don't either. It's just like I said, Tokyo Xanadu probably would have made it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I would have swapped Code Realize and Seven Scarlet just in retrospect.
Yeah. My top 10 of 2018, we got number 10, Dragon Ball Fighters. Number 9, Persona 3 Dancing Moon Knight.
Okay.
Number 8, Gris.
Oh, that game was good.
Number 7, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, The Missing, J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think you had played this game by
I had
then.
not, because I was terrified of the idea of it when you told me about it.
Yeah, but that definitely would have made your list.
It definitely would have made my list, yes.
Yeah. Number 5, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Cool, because we played it together. It was heckin' fun.
Yeah. Number 4, Donut County.
Okay.
Number 3, Yakuza 6, The Song of Life.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Number 2, Florence.
Okay.
And number 1, Hitman 2.
I'm gonna say something controversial. Are you ready?
Yes.
I think 2018 would have been a year that I would have expanded it to 10.
I think you could have, definitely.
If I had played some of the games that I played now, but I'm like, oh, you know what? Screw it.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be interesting if we had like our full list of games we had to see if like, oh, maybe swap this in here or whatnot. But
yeah, I have it for 2019 and 2020. But I don't have it for 2018.
Yeah. Let's take a look at stuff that came out in 2018 that also were big games. Have you played Celeste yet, or because I have not?
No, I have not.
Okay. Let's see what else we got here, because this is just February. That Shadow of the Colossus remaster for PS4 came out this year.
Wow, Psychedelica the Black Butterfly didn't even make my list.
Dang. Under Night in Birth EXE latest. We played that game.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
It's fun.
What else we have here? Oh, Final Fantasy 15 for Windows.
Oh, great. Sorry.
No, it's real. That's the proper reaction to have. Let's be real.
What was that voice, though?
Ooh, great. Oh man, that God of War reboot came out this year. Nintendo Labo came out.
Oh man, the Labo.
Remember Labo?
I remember Labo.
I believe this is the year that they put out the re-releases of Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 on PS4.
Makes sense.
So they're good versions of those games, for sure.
They're very good versions. I would say they're the versions to play if you're going to play it.
Yeah. The Persona dancing games, which I spent way too much money on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no arguing that. It's definitely way too much. I mean, hey, at least I got that whole soundtrack.
Yeah, but you share with me. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah. Legality.
Oh, no. I think the statute of limitations have expired on that.
Okay, good.
You mentioned Psychedelica the Ashen Hawk, right?
I said Black Butterfly.
Oh, I guess the other one that came out as well.
Oh, wow. I didn't mention either of those in my list.
Heck, Captain Ted.
Captain Ted, that's the one that made me go, Because Captain
He's
Ted.
here.
That is a
The
fun
captain.
game.
The captain's here.
I like that game.
Yeah, we played through that game. Or I guess we played some of it. I don't know if we played through all of it. I can't remember.
We played through a large portion of it.
Yeah. Shenmue 1, the
Oh,
re-release.
Snap.
Let's go.
Woo.
Oh man,
Hmm? Hmm?
I think there's a very notable
Is it Kwame too?
I gotta check and see if this is actually the time that this came out, but like, yeah, that's a very notable exception. Because Kiwami 2's real good.
Real good.
Ooh. I wonder if it was like something that's like, oh, this didn't come out this year, so we can't put it on here because I was a real stickler for that.
Yeah, maybe.
That's definitely. What about Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition? Everyone's favorite video game, Steins Gate Elite, that came out in Japan, but
the Elite version was not a very good version.
Life is Strange 2 also started coming out this year, but it doesn't get counted until the next year.
Right.
They re-released Luigi's Mansion on 3DS.
Luigi's Mansion is very good.
Red Dead Redemption 2 was this year. You wanted to be a rootin' tootin' cowboy.
Apparently there's fishing in that game.
Yes, there is.
So I have to get it at some point.
Well, I hope you like really long-winded tutorials.
Yo, wait, The Quiet Man came out this year?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, man. The Quiet Man.
What a video game that is.
What a video game. Oh, man.
That sure is one. Smash Brothers Ultimate comes out this year as well. Which, I mean, to be fair, also quite a video game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Kiwami 2 is the big thing that's missing here.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't make it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a thing of like, I was like, oh, you can't put it on here. It was not released this year for sure. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go to 2019.
Okay. Actually, it
And
looks
check.
like this might have been the year that the Trials of Cold Steel ones came out, because I have that on best re-release for this year.
Okay, yeah, I think that is too. That must have been the Japanese releases of those.
I also have best remaster 2 decades in the making, Final Fantasy 8.
Yeah, that tracks.
And then I've got 2 other ones that are big spoilers. One other thing that I want to mention on here is that I had a category called Game I Can't Believe I Am Somehow Still Playing, but Here We Are. And that was when I first started playing Mr. Love Queen's Choice.
Oh boy.
And I have had to break up with all of my boyfriends in that because
Yep.
China.
Yeah.
I do have as the caption, my idiot MC getting cabadoned by a rich CEO voiced by Ben Diskin, just another day in the office.
I mean, that tracks.
Yep. Oh, my number 10 would probably not make it. I don't know. What
Wow,
else
10 games? 10 games?
10!
I know, it's very shocking. I have some fun supplemental awards, like best co-op being Human Fall Flat.
Oh, that was really good.
Anya being in Zankai Zero.
Right.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
All right. Do you want me to go first? Or do you want you to go first?
Who went first last time?
I think I went last time, so I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Number 10 for me is Apex Legends.
Okay.
That game's still pretty good. They're still doing stuff with that video game.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, Luigi's Mansion 3.
I think that's on mine, probably, most likely.
Makes sense.
It is number 6
Shouts out
for me.
Guigi.
Guigi.
Shouts out.
Yeah.
Number 8,
number 6 for me.
Untitled Goose Game.
That is also on my list at number 9.
Number 7, Control.
That is not on my list.
I like how the screenshot I'm using is of the Alan Wake.
As it should be.
Alan Wake little information thing you get in the game. It's very good. Number 6, Judgment.
Ooh, Judgment would probably make mine now.
Yeah, that's true. Number 5, The Somnium Files.
That is on mine. It is number 4.
Number 4 for me, Life is Strange 2.
That is number 3 for me.
Number 3, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3.
That is number 1 for me.
Number 2, Devil May Cry 5.
That is number 2 for me.
And then number 1, Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers.
Okay.
Well, that's not on your list.
Nope.
Yeah, pretty decent list.
I have one on here that I'm like, yeah, this would never make it now.
Oh, okay.
It would never make it. Actually, I have 2 that would probably not make it now.
Okay.
Let me also just look at what I played that year. Wow. I played a lot of games that year. Could have just put
While you do that, I'm going to look through
Syndrome.
other games.
Okay, so number 10, I had The Outer Worlds.
Right, that was a game.
Yeah, that would not make it now.
I think that was a case of you just being like, I'm going to make this 10, and here, I guess I'll just put this on here.
That seems like the case.
We did both play that game.
That seems like the case, though, is that that's what happened.
I mean, that didn't even make my list.
Number 9, like I said, Untitled Goose Game. Number 8, Super Mario Maker 2.
Interesting.
Which I'm not sure that I would put on there now.
Yeah.
Number 7, Code Realized Wintertide Miracles.
Yeah, of course.
Number 6, Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Number 5, Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Number 4, Somnium Files. Number 3, Life is Strange 2. Number 2, Devil May Cry 5. And number 1, Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3.
A good year for video games.
Very good year, except for that number 10. I don't know why I did that.
I think you just wanted to make 10 spots or something. Maybe
Yeah.
I pressured you into it for some reason. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
You can blame me for that.
But there are 2 on there that I'm like, maybe not.
Yeah. Other games that came out in 2019 are Kingdom Hearts 3.
Nope.
Of course. Robotics Notes Dash and Robotics Notes Elite.
Did that come out in the US?
I believe this is the Japan date.
Oh, okay.
Or at least for this part. I don't know if that comes out later in the year or what.
Because if it did, that would have made my list.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not
Steins
Dash,
Gate Elite,
but...
which you said already no.
No.
The Ace Attorney trilogy came out for the big boy consoles.
Yay!
That's a good version of those games.
Yep.
Let's see here. What else we got? The Division 2, which we did our fantastic Washington field trip in.
That was fun. That was really fun.
That was fun. It's a good time. What else we got here?
Ooh, Bloodstained was a good game.
Yeah. That game is all right.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Judgment would have definitely made my list if I had experienced it at that time.
Yeah. I think that's very fair.
Yeah.
It's Trails of Cold Steel 2. All right, Persona Q2.
The only good thing about that is that they acknowledge that FemC exists.
100%, you are not wrong.
Yep.
Everything else, though, is like, no, thank you.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, Stranger Things 3, the game.
Woo!
We played through that. I was very much just in the know of everything that was happening.
Yep, totally.
Wolfenstein Youngblood, which we played through cooperatively.
Yeah, it was the one where we went through eyeballs and stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Ooh, Full Body
Good
came
time.
out that year. Ugh.
Ugh.
Ugh. Ooh, the Root Letter re-release came out that year.
That's a good version of that game. The Final Fantasy VIII Remastered you mentioned earlier.
Love it, love it. I should have added that on my list, but I don't know why I didn't. I probably had some kind of rule that I made with myself.
No, you're listening to my dumb rules is the thing. Just stop listening to me. That is your problem. I'm leading us astray.
Because Final Fantasy VIII definitely would have made my list otherwise.
Yeah, I think we've definitely loosened up the restrictions on those over the past couple of years, and especially that's definitely going to be the case this year. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be a certain DLC expansion that's going to make our lists.
1,000%.
Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly. It's going to be on both of ours.
Yeah. Ring Fit Adventure.
Ooh.
That was a video game.
Sure was.
That a lot of people played because it sold out very quickly.
Yep.
I don't know if there's anything else for 2019 that I'm just like, gosh darn it.
Yeah.
This should have been on the list.
I can't see anything that I'm like, that's an egregious situation that we left that off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really see that either. So,
all right. So
I mean,
then
Borderlands 3 for Stadia.
Woo!
Obviously. And then we're going to go to 2020. This is going to be our final year because we're not going to reflect on last year because it's too soon to do that, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I don't know really how much would change in that aspect, but I have, of course, we start off with a great supplemental award for 2020, which is Fast and Furious Crossroads winning Best Game About Family, of course.
Woo!
Because it's about family.
Nice. I have a supplementary award that I think would indicate where some things are going.
Mm-hmm.
That I have one that's called Best Game That I Didn't Play But Still Deserves Recognition as a Good Game.
This was the start for you.
This was a start. Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I watched some of it. You play some of that game, and I was like, this game's good.
It was just on a whim that I was just
good.
like, hey, do you want to hang out and watch me play Yakuza? And you were like, oh no. I was like, look, you will like this.
Okay.
Very dumb.
Let me read this to you. I have never played a Yakuza game in my entire life. I still haven't. That said, I watched Jared play part of Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's not. I can easily say that if I had played that, it probably would have made my list. It genuinely had good characters, some great writing, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I really got attached to the characters and I was invested in the story, which is not something I ever thought I could say about a Yakuza game. Here we are now. Are now.
A year and a half later, and you've seen all of those games.
And I love them to bits.
The best thing is, though, like you mentioned, like, oh, I didn't play this game or anything. So you were basing all of that off of literally just the back half of Yakuza 7.
Correct.
Which is it's just very wild to think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good. What a good journey that brought you on.
Yeah, just thought that was worth a mention.
Yeah. So you can go ahead with your list.
Okay, number 7, Death Come True.
Already cutting it back down to 7.
Yep.
Slice it.
Sliced. Death Come True was a really good game.
Yeah.
Number 6, Paper Mario the Origami King. I don't know that this would make it now.
Yeah.
Number 5, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That definitely would not make it now.
Right. That was. I mean, to be fair, this is 2020.
Yeah.
This is the first COVID year, so like.
Yep.
Things are gonna be a little funky, I think, is the case.
I even say in this though, I had a great time playing it, and I hope that the Breath of the Wild sequel lives up to the hype a bit more than this did. Because it even says that, like, hold on.
Wait, what was Age of Calamity then?
Age of Calamity was the Musou-ish sequel.
That was all around Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason it was something else because you mentioned the Breath of the Wild sequel.
No.
I thought you were mentioning like talking about the Musou sequel that was going to be the Breath of the Wild game, and I was like, wait, what?
No.
Yeah, how did this make your list?
I don't know, because it says the game definitely has some good enough moments and gameplay to land on my list this year, but it also has some faults that make it land lower than one I expect, with some story shenanigans, a lack of Musou gameplay, and a lackluster soundtrack.
I feel like I remember when we did our list, did the podcast for our list. I feel like being very confused about that, and also being like, why is this on your list?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is this might again be one of those just like, I gotta put some stuff on here.
It might have also just been the fact that I was like, oh my god, I'm starving for Breath of the Wild content.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
that's
like
fair.
There were some like nice shippy moments in there that made me happy.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, like, no, it would never make it. Never.
Yeah.
Neither of those two, Paper Mario or Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, will make it.
Yeah.
With that being said, number 4, Love Live School Idol Festival All Stars.
All right.
Number 3, Pio Fiore, Faded Memories. You got a bone for the body of Jesus. So yeah, that's still good.
Iconic.
Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
Number 2. Number 1, Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. So
Well,
Yakuza would definitely be on there. So that would knock out either Hyrule Warriors or Paper Mario. But I don't know what else would come out this year that.
well, we'll take a look at that. Well, I guess maybe there's something right here that could have made your list if you had played it in 2020.
Okay.
Starting off at number 10, a little game called Animal Crossing: New Horizons.
Maybe.
Yeah. Number 9, Death Come True.
Very good.
Number
game.
8, Love Live School Idol Festival All Stars.
Okay.
Number 7, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, If Found.
Okay.
Number 5, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Still a shame that they're not going to make any more of that because they took the team from that and just put them into making World of Warcraft stuff.
Ooh.
Real bummer. Number 4, Hades. Number 3, Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 1, Kentucky Route Zero.
Okay, right. I forgot about that. And then I played it the next year.
Mm-hmm. There is a glaring... I know one game that definitely would have made your list that is not on either of our lists because we didn't play it until the next year.
Okay.
13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim.
Yes, it would have 1,000% been on there if we'd played it that year.
Yeah.
1,000%. And it probably would have been real high for me.
Yeah.
Maybe number 3. I also think that I didn't include Tokyo Mirage Sessions re-release on here because
it's a re-release.
But I did mention it in the best re-release.
Can you just bonk me? Bunk.
Bunk. Is there anything else that would have been like a massive oversight here?
Well, obviously Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
No.
I'm taking a look now and seeing if there's anything that we missed outside of.
So good.
It's really good, yeah. I think literally in 2021, it's like this would have made it last year if we would have played it in time.
Yep.
Persona 5 Strikers. I think I'm going to play that game soon.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I might make that a stream game.
Why?
Because I feel like I should play it at some point. I have it for free. I just want to. The Muso combat seems pretty good from that demo I played.
I think I have it when it came out.
Yeah, it's a PS Plus game.
Yeah, pretty sure I had that.
So.
I guess we'll both play it at some point, huh?
Yeah. I figure like if I'm streaming again, like it's a good opportunity to just like play through some stuff that I haven't, played through, and like that seems like a decent one to do.
I can't play it on stream because there's no fishing.
Maybe there is. We don't know.
We don't know.
We haven't played through that whole thing.
You're right.
But yeah, Doom Eternal is also this year. Yeah, that was a bummer.
My brother finally played that, and he's like, "You were right. Those marauders are terrible."
Yeah, that was disappointing. Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, we played that recently.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Would that make it now?
Honestly, I bet it would.
I bet it would too.
I bet you could easily slip that in at like number 7.
I bet you could too.
Wink. But yeah, I think I don't see that as like a bad move or anything.
No, I don't either.
What else we got here? I felt like my controller, my mouse was doing something funky, but it wasn't. I was just losing my mind this time. I'm surprised I didn't put that Xenoblade Chronicles, whatever the special bonus doohickey they did for that game.
I'm surprised you didn't either.
It probably would not have made the top 10, but like I think it could have made a supplemental award or something. That was fun.
The Future Connected epilogue was really, really good. I mean, I loved the whole of the definitive edition.
I will once again say, in my opinion, they make better games when they are much smaller in scope and scale.
I think I put something in here for you.
Okay.
Because I wrote in here, while it could technically, in italics, count as a re-release, this game was entirely rebuilt from the ground up. Has a lot of added quality of life changes plus an entirely new epilogue. I think it counts as a new game with that information.
Hey, that's fair. Completely fair. I'll take that.
I'm pretty sure I wrote that just for you.
Understandable.
Yep.
Persona 4 Golden came out on PC.
Oh, okay.
Switch Jump Rope Challenge.
Oh, snap. That was
Everyone's
fun.
favorite. Collar Cross Malice on Switch.
I have that. It's good.
I have that. It's good.
It's true. Why did you say that like Bobby Hill?
I don't know. How did we miss Death Stranding last year? Why wasn't Death Stranding on either of our lists? That's the real question here.
Get out. Get out.
Root Film was next year. This is the Japan only date.
Yep. Because I
Fall
played it on my
Guys.
PS5. Fall Guys
Yeah.
was on my games that I played list.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Flight Simulator.
Woo!
Spiritfarer.
Ooh, that game was good. That
I wonder
probably
if
would
that
have been a
would've-
supplementary for me.
Yeah. That's fair. I don't remember if we played that in 2020 or 2021.
I don't remember.
That was a long time ago.
It was
That was
a
like
long
7
time ago.
years ago.
Forever ago. Oh god, I just saw Cupid Parasite, even though it's Japan only, and it made me like flinch.
Also, I like how you said it the wrong name. Or did you? No, you said the right name.
Cupid Parasite, yeah.
I literally was about to say, oh, no, it's Cupid Paradise. What are you talking about? I was going to correct you because I thought you were making the goof. And no, I was the one making the goof in my head. No.
Oh.
Yeah, 13 Sentinels obviously I think is the one that would have made either of our lists.
Oh, World's End Club came out that year. That was a fun game.
The iOS version. I don't think that was actually fully out. Because the iOS version was like halfway done.
Halfway done. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Shout out to Super Mario Bros. 35.
Rip.
Ripperoni. Gone too soon. Robotics Notes came out in US this year.
Oh, okay. My list probably would have made 10 at that point in 2020.
I think you totally could have gotten 10 there, yeah.
Yeah, because Robotics Notes Elite definitely would. Dash probably not, but Elite would have made it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 13 Sentinels, and you have Elite. There's just so much stuff that came out that year. Like even knocking some out if I knocked any out.
What if you put the Dark Pictures anthology Little Hope on there?
I would.
How spooked you got.
I would put that as a supplementary if I did,
Yeah.
because it was funny playing it with you, even though I was terrified.
What if you put part-time UFO on there so you could just make your caption, "No pineapple"?
No pineapple.
That's a joke only we are going to get.
Yep.
It does not seem real that Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out in 2020.
What?
That does not seem real.
No, it doesn't.
That seems very fake.
Oh, wait. Chicken Police came out that year.
Oh yeah, that was a game.
I didn't like it all that much.
I'm aware of that. This was the PS5, Xbox One release year, of course.
Ah, yes.
I forgot
Astro's
a bunch of
Playroom was
those.
good.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Astro's Playroom is a really good game.
Totally. One of the best free bundle games perhaps ever.
Ever. It's so good.
It's really good.
Spooder Man.
That's how the Spooter band goes. Cyberpunk
No, God.
was 2020.
God, was it really 2020?
Mm-hmm. That's when it came out and it was broken as heck.
What a mess that was.
Omori was also 2020.
Oh, really?
The PC version.
Oh, right, right.
But yeah, that is 2020.
Hmm.
Did you go up to 10 games in 2021? I don't remember.
2021. Let's see if I did. Doop doop. Alan Wake. No, 7.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Maybe in the future that I will look at that and be like, that could have been expanded, but we'll see. We will see.
But yeah, I think that's a fun trip down memory lane. Certainly in hindsight, I think we have some opinions that are on there that we're like, yeah, this could definitely be changed. That's for sure.
Yeah, there were definitely some that like, oh, okay, why did I go with that?
Yeah.
But, you know, opinions change and people change in different ways, and
They sure do.
sometimes the newness wears off and I get the hiccups.
Yeah, that's how it works. But yeah, just like, you know, especially with how long, like, you know, my lists go back, you know, 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, definitely a lot of things have changed in the past 9 years for me that, you know, just in terms of just like, you know, how I am as a person, how I perceive just life in general and all that. Like, all of that stuff's going to like change my opinions on just, you know, not only games, but just like anything in general.
Anything
so,
in general. Yeah, I agree with you entirely. Like,
it's an interesting little perspective, like, to kind of come back and be like, okay, let's look and see what I was thinking about in this year, and now being like, oh man, how would all of this change if we re-ranked them?
yep. And as we have mentioned, there would be many, many changes to some things.
Yes. But some of the years, it's like, man, these are
solid.
Real solid list. Like,
Would
I
not
don't
have
really have
changed
much
it.
complaints here. Yeah. Sometimes past Jared and Al were pretty on the ball.
We were on point.
Yeah. So that was a fun little thing to do, to, you know, reminisce about
I think so.
games of the past. And that's going to wrap up our episode this week.
Mm-hmm.
So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool. It's where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Jarrett and Now Watch. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. You can find more from Anladium at anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast early, and a whole wealth of bonus content as well.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you want to read through some of our previous Game of the Year lists, those are available on seasonalanimecheckup.com and anladium.com.
Yes.
Next week, most likely we'll have something not better, but like more concrete to talk about.
Rude.
We'll have a better idea, is what I was trying to say, of what we're going to talk about probably in advance than we were today, let's say.
Okay, that's a better way to put it.
That's a little bit more fair. So yeah, look forward to whatever we decide to pull out of the pocket next week.
Ooh.